Hello, my name is Harry Neary. I'm the Digital Giving Officer for the Salisbury Diocese. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and edit church services on the A Church Near You website. The functionality I'm demonstrating is correct from the time of recording this video in August 2023. I would like to thank the Bedminster team Benefice for letting us use its Church Near You page for this demonstration. Here you can see the live page for the Bedminster Benefice. And here you can see all the forthcoming services across the team for its many churches. And here is the editor's page, where you can see all the same services. You can see that each of these services is clearly marked that this event is managed by the Benefice. This is because these services were added to the page at the Benefice level, rather than on the page for the individual church. Now let's look at the same page on an individual church page. Let's choose Broad Windsor. Here we are on Broad Windsor's page. Notice that we just see Broad Windsor's services now, but they still show the message that these services are managed by the Benefice. We can still edit these services from the individual church page. But as you can see, when I click the edit icon, we're actually taken back to the Benefice page to make the edit. Let's create a service on an individual church page. First we click Add New. Then we fill in the service title and description. Now we add tags. This is a powerful feature as it often ties in with national church campaigns such as Easter and Christmas. This enables your services to be promoted by National Church. You can see we can actually search for tags. Next we can add an image, but this is not mandatory. And now we input the date and time for the service. The simplest approach is to input the service as a one-off event. We add the date and start time. And note that the finish time is automatically added as 1 hour later, but we can change that if we wish. Alternatively, we can make the service a regular event. You can see that we can create daily, weekly, monthly and custom event spacings. Let's suppose from the beginning of September we have a Sunday morning Eucharist service on the first and third Sundays of the month at 11 AM, but not during August and December. We'll set the start time for 11. And we'll alter the end time because this service runs for 90 minutes. We choose to select specific months option. And here we untick August and December when the service isn't occurring. Now we tick the first and third weeks of the month. And the regular weekday for this event is a Sunday. Now we need to choose the first date for this service. We'll just choose the 1st of September. And we don't need to choose an end date because we want this pattern to run indefinitely. Now on Sunday the 29th of October we're having a different one-off service. so we need to make sure the service we're creating doesn't appear on that day. So this is the use of the break option. The first day of that break would be the 29th of October. And we can tell the system to resume this pattern on the 30th of October. You can have multiple breaks. So if you've then had a break in November, you'd come back to this page and change the break details as the old ones were now in the past. You can also see at the bottom of the page there are options for adding links to your website, live stream feeds, or adding files such as service sheets or newsletters. So let's publish the service now. We make sure the publish box is ticked and we choose the save option. Note you can create and save services and choose not to publish them yet, perhaps because you need to do further work on the settings or confirm some other elements. Anyway, here we go. The event is now published. Here is the service in the editor for that church. You can see it has the details of when the pattern starts, and it shows when the service takes a break. Note that because we added this service at the church level, it is not showing the message that it's managed by the benefice. If we want to make changes to the service, you can see the edit icon in the top right corner. We can also see this service in the church's calendar. So why would we want to instead create and edit a service like this at the benefice level? In our example, small churches in Blackdown, Seabright and Burstock have fewer services than Broad Windsor. The people in these hamlets often worship at Broad Windsor. So it would be helpful if we could show Broad Windsor's service on those church pages too. One way of doing this is to edit the Broad Windsor service. And here we would choose Copy. You can see that we can then choose the churches we wish to copy this service to. But I'd recommend not doing so. Doing things this way means there are now individual copies of the service on 4 different church pages. What if there was a late change to the timing? You would actually now have to edit each individual service on 4 separate church pages, with the possibility of errors and discrepancies slipping through. So instead, let's delete this service we've created and recreate it at the benefice level instead. Here in the service, we select the delete option and confirm, and you can see that service is now deleted. Now let's go to the benefice page instead. Once again, we're on the services page and we're going to choose Add New. Just as before, we fill in the service title and description. But you can now see at the benefice level we have more options. We can now choose where to publish this service. By default, it will publish on all churches in the benefice, but we just want 4 of them, so we untick the ones we don't need. Now this service will be published on the individual pages for Seabright, Broad Windsor, Blackdown and Burstock. Once again, we'll add some tags and we can add an image. In this section you can see we need to add where the service is taking place. We can have events that take place at more than one of the benefice churches, or even add a custom location such as a village hall. But in this example, the service is just happening in Broad Windsor, so that's the one we tick. Once again, we're going to create that regular event, starting in September and occurring at 11 AM on the first Sunday of each month, but not in August and December. And remember, we've got that break in October. So let's publish that now. Now when we visit Broad Windsor's page, we can see the service. And we can see that it's now tagged as being managed by the benefice. If we go to Blackdown's page, we can see that the service is also shown there. And it's true if we also go to Seaborough or Burstock. The great thing about adding the service at the benefice level is that if we choose to edit the service here, then the changes will be made on all 4 locations. So let's show that. There's been a change and the service is going ahead at the end of October after all. So let's remove the break. Here we can see the break information. We'll just click the cross to remove it and choose Save. Here you can see on Broad Windsor that there's no break included. And I can show by heading to Burstock, the edit has been made there too. All 4 versions of the service have been edited by just editing one. You can see the break has been removed, and it's been removed from all versions of the service on different church pages. So as demonstrated, you can see the power in creating, managing and editing your church services at a benefice level. We hope this video helps you get the most out of using a church near you. If you require further help or advice on using a church near you, then please do get in touch with the Salisbury Giving team. We're also there to help with digital giving, online giving, contactless, a church near you and websites. So do get in touch if you need our help.